Rising. Grand Rising, good people. Grand Rising. How's everybody doing on today? Y'all, I'm using something different. I'm using a new streamer. So, y'all work with me then. Work with me. 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 How's everybody doing on today? I got some talk for y'all. We're going to talk about it. Talk about it. Before we get started, please like, share, and subscribe for me. Okay? I would truly appreciate it. Well, I was eating something. I probably got something on my mouth. But it's okay. I would truly appreciate it. Yes, I'm using a new streamer and I'm trying to figure it out. So work with me. Work with me. Work with me. Work with me, people. Work with me. Okay. I don't see the I don't know if they're gonna come up. I don't see it. But anyway, how's everybody doing on tonight? I know I haven't been on here. I've been busy. I'm on fan base now. I'm on fan base. I really like it. I like that platform. Very you don't have to worry about nobody, trying to make you be quiet or trying to censor you or, you know, uh I like it over there. I really do. And so I've been pushing my channel more over there. I really like it. I do. And it's for us, by us, you know. And I hear a lot of people complaining about stuff, but fan base is for us, by us, and I don't understand why people are not going over there. Everybody talks about being censored on this here, and on censored on that, censored on the other, and I don't understand why people just don't go to fan base, because you don't have to worry about that. You can talk about what you want to talk about, and you don't have to worry about somebody snatching your channel down, or and stuff like that. Um, and so I like it. I like that. I like their setup, how they got it set up and stuff. You know. But one thing I've noticed is that some people just want to complain, right? They say what's wrong. They always complaining about what's wrong, right? And then when somebody come along and they trying to make it right, people don't want to support. That's crazy to me. Some people don't want to support. They rather stay somewhere where really people don't want you. They don't want you over here for real, for real. You know? That's why they do the things that they do to y'all. Because they really don't want you over here. And they do the things they do because y'all allow it. And y'all let it, y'all stick and stay. No matter what, no matter how a person treats you, y'all stick and stay. And that's why you get what you get. You know? At some point, when do you say enough is enough and you try to figure out a new way and a better way? You know? Because that's what we should be doing. That's what we should be doing. Trying to figure out a new way and a better way. But, some people, I don't know. Some people got a thing for letting people have a foot on your neck. Some people say you hear so many people say they want to be free. They want to get free and all this bullshit. But, you know, when opportunities present itself, nobody wants to take that opportunity, you know? So I just don't understand it. I really don't. I don't understand it. But anywho, I'm getting ready to get into what I'm talking about. Please like and share the video. If you don't share it, at least hit that like button, okay? And leave comments. Thank you, and I appreciate it. And of course, subscribe to the channel. Make sure your notification bell says all so that when I go live, you will get notified. Okay? Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Wait a minute, y'all. I was trying to see if I could, I want to look up my thing and make sure that the sound is good. Woo, child. Woo, child. Don't pay me no mind. I'm just tripping, y'all. Hi, hi, hi. Okay, okay. I can hear it. I can hear it loud and clear. Okay. Yeah, I'm using a new streamer and so I'm still learning. I'm still learning this thing, yeah. But yeah, cause I gotta find out where the comments at. Oh, I think I got them. Okay, yeah, okay, here we go. Okay. So what I was talking about, I titled this Lacking Self-Love. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this because I had some conversations with some people and that's what brought this on. That's what brought this conversation on, right? Listen, some of us, right, we we say we love ourselves, right? Some of us do. We say we love ourselves. But some of us base loving yourself on wearing nice clothes. You understand what I'm saying? We base ourselves on wearing nice clothes, wearing designer tennis, designer shoes, hair done, nails done. This is what some of us describe self-love as. Wearing the flashy clothes or just, designer clothes or just nice clothes. And shoes and your hair fried, dyed, laid to the side, your nails done. This is what some people call loving yourself. But it goes so much deeper than that, you guys. It really do. Um, because let me give you a good example. Some of us we say we love ourselves, but we end up in bad situations. See, this is the thing that will let you know that you ain't really loving yourself like you think you loving yourself. Okay? Because you end up in a bad situation. Say you end up in a abusive relationship. Okay? And you end up in an abusive relationship, or let me go back a little bit. This guy and talks to you a certain way and give you all this attitude and stuff, and you kind of brush it off, right? Because it's not that serious to you, so you keep brushing him off. When he does it, you brush it off, right? Because to you that's a little thing, and for some of you, you think that's love. Some of you really think that a man talking to you, in a nasty way and disrespecting you, some of y'all think that's love. A man going through your phone. He want to know, who you're texting, who you talking to. He want to look through your phone and all that crazy stuff. And some of you take it as love. That's love. Okay? It's not. And not only is it not love, but it's you not loving yourself. You're lacking self-love. For you to even put up with that type of stuff, right? Put up with those type of things. That's something that lets you know that you're lacking self-love. Okay? Because you're not going to let a man or a woman treat you bad. Okay? If you really love yourself, you're not going to stay there and let a man or a woman treat you bad. Excuse me, I had a little juice left. You're not going to do that. You're going to nip it in the bud. If you really love yourself, like you say you do, you're going to nip that in the bud. But some of you let it start out as a little thing, and then when you look up, it's then turned into a big thing where he putting hands on you, slapping you around and stuff. And some of you really think that that's love. And you think that's, you think that he's loving you. And on top of that, you feel like you're loving yourself also. When you're not. The fact that you stand around and you allowing somebody to treat you like that says a whole lot. That says that you don't love yourself. You're lacking self-love. You're lacking self-love, good people. There's no way that you should stay with someone and he's disrespecting you or hitting on you or any of that. And then you need to ask yourself, why am I putting up with this bad behavior? Because you don't love yourself, because you're staying there and you're allowing these things to keep happening. So you clearly don't love yourself. For real, for real. But some of you really think that you be loving yourself. You really think that. Well, I'm here to teach you and enlighten you that self-love runs so deep. And we're going to talk about it. Because some of y'all really got to tap in. You got to tap in. And you really got to start loving yourself. You really do. That's a problem for a lot of people. A lot of people really don't love themselves. They don't. They don't even know where to begin to love themselves. If you are somebody that's putting up with people disrespecting you, you're putting up with all types of bad behaviors from other people, right? Excuse me. Or you're trying to stay around people because being around these types of people make you feel some type of way. A lot of times when you're doing this, you don't love yourself. There's something going on within you that's lacking self-love. And the thing that you need to do is find out what it is and why. Why is this happening to you? That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you become the best version of yourself. Okay? And that's what you got to find out. Why is this happening? Why are you allowing these things to happen to you? And you staying around it. It's like you just got to be around it. That's part of it, is lacking of self-love. You're lacking self-love. Another thing it could be is childhood traumas. Like, did something happen in your childhood that's got you feeling like this? Right? When you look in the mirror, how do you feel about yourself when you look in the mirror? Do you feel, because see, that's another thing too, is that we gotta beat the face, and we gotta, and all this and that before we can feel pretty. That's another thing that's wrong, right? You should be able to look good, feel good in your naturalness. And some of y'all don't. You don't feel good in your naturalness. You got to put on makeup and all this stuff in order for you to feel, in order for you to feel good. That's a problem. There's something going on that's got you, feeling like you got to put on makeup and you got to put hair on and you got to do this, that, and the other in order for you to feel pretty. You should be able to embrace your naturalness, right? And be okay with you. And be comfortable with that. You in your naturalness, whether you got makeup on or not, or you don't. Whether you got hair in your head or you don't. You should be able to embrace your naturalness and still feel pretty and feel good. And some of y'all can't do that. And the reason why you can't do it is because you're lacking self love. Somewhere you're lacking self love. And you probably got a whole lot of other stuff going on too. But I'm just focusing on the self love part. Lacking of self love. Okay? Because some of y'all do. You're lacking self love. That's why that's why you let the boyfriend beat on you. That's why you let people talk to you any kind of way. You always looking for validation in somebody else. From somebody else. These are signs of lacking of self-love. You're lacking self-love. You're not comfortable in your skin. And that's something that I talk about. That's something that I'm getting ready to I'm getting ready to actually start teaching about this on Fanbase, because it's really something that we need to talk about, because a lot of us go through it. A lot of us go through this. We do. A lot of us go through this where we are lacking self-love. A lot of us go through this, and that's something that some of y'all really need to touch. You really need to tap in and touch that, because you want to be comfortable with yourself, whether you have on makeup or you don't have on makeup. I could put on a pair of sweatpants and a shirt, and I feel great. It doesn't bother me. I've been wearing my little twist in my head, and I'm okay with it. It ain't bothering me. I don't know if it's bothering other people, and I really don't care. But it's not bothering me. I feel good about me. I don't care about what other people feel about me. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I feel good about me. That's what matters to me, is how I feel about me. Okay? And that's something that we all need to be focusing on. Men and women. I'm not just talking about women, I'm talking about men too. We need to be focusing on loving ourselves. Getting to a place where we comfortable in our skin. We don't have to have our face don't have to be beat. We don't have to have on makeup and have hair in our head and all that in order for us to feel pretty. You should have your confidence should be up just from being natural in your naturalness. And some of you, it's not there for some of you. And that's something that you need to dig deep into yourself and find out why. You really need to find out what's going on with you, that you don't love you, that you're lacking self-love. What's the problem? That's something that you that some of y'all really need to look into. Because that's not good you can't get to a place where you're comfortable with yourself. That's not good. But see, some of y'all, you don't tap into stuff like that. Some of y'all don't tap into stuff like that. It's not important for you. At least that's what you say. That's what you think. That it's not important for you to find out why you don't love yourself. Because some of y'all think y'all love yourself. Even though the boyfriend disrespects you, talk to you like you trash. Your friends, they talk to you like you trash. Okay? They talk about you and stuff, and you deal with all this. But you think you love yourself. See, when you love yourself, you don't put up with that type of shit. You're not going to put up with it. You're going to leave them people right where they at, and you're going to go on about your business. You see what I'm saying? But some of us, we can't do that. That's better. My glasses was dirty. But some of us, we can't do that. For you know, and that's because a lot of times there's deep rooted stuff going on, right? Something might have happened in your childhood. Sometimes when you don't get love from your parents, you grow up lacking self-love. That could be something that happened to some of you. Some of you might have didn't have a parents that really cared about you. You see what I'm saying? And so, but you gotta do some reflecting. And so you gotta find out what's really going on. What are those deep rooted issues that's got you feeling like you gotta put up with this stuff from other people? Because you don't. And that's why I'm here. So we could talk about it and get to the bottom of why. The whys. Because I know some of you got a whole lot of them. Why? Why are you putting up with this type of BS in your life when you don't have to? You see what I'm saying? That's something that some of you gotta wake up. You gotta wake up, y'all, and tap into yourself and start doing some reflecting to find out what's going on with you, that you don't love you and that you're not comfortable in your skin. Because it's so many people that's walking around like that. Lacking self-love. Frowning all the time, always got an attitude, always walking around mean mugging people and stuff. That's a lack of self-love. When you really love yourself, you wake up, you come out with a smile on your face. Good morning. Grand Rising. How y'all feeling? I hope everybody's feeling well. As for me, I'm doing great. I woke up this morning. You know what I mean? That's the type of attitude you should have, right? But some of you is struggling with it. I'm going to tell you another thing. Some of you are struggling with depression. Some of you are struggling with depression, but you won't go and get checked out and find out what's going on with you. Some of you are struggling with depression, but you don't want to go and talk to a therapist and find out what the deal is. You don't want to do that. That's too much like right. And with self-love, let me explain something to y'all. Self-love is a journey. It's not something that you work on today and tomorrow and then you just throw it up in the air. This is something that you work on consistently. Consistently. You always work on it. Okay? You always work on it. You work on finding a way to love you unconditionally. And let me tell you something. Some of y'all get wrapped up in the kids, y'all get wrapped up in the boyfriend, y'all get wrapped up in the husband and all this stuff, and you leave yourself dangling out there. You leave yourself dangling. No, you're supposed to take time out to love yourself. You really do. You're supposed to take some time to love you also. Because let me tell you something. When you start loving yourself, guess what? The people that's in your life, you start loving them right too. You see how that works? You start loving yourself, and then the people that's connected to you, you're gonna start loving them right too. Because a lot of times, some of you probably act like you don't even want to be bothered a lot of times with the kids or with the husband or the boyfriend, because you're feeling the way you feeling, you know. So you gotta listen. Excuse me. This is not something that is going to just change. You have to do some work in order for it to change. You understand what I'm saying? You got to put some work in order for this change to happen, right? It feels so good to me that I finally got to a place where I love me. You know, I don't give a flying fuck about nobody else. I really don't, right? It's about me, right? Because I know as long as I take care of me and I keep myself up and keep myself in a good place, right? And, always doing some self reflecting and stuff so I can keep myself together. I know that if I do that, then everything that's connected to me gonna be all right too. Because that's what it's about. You gotta make sure that you love you first. And once you do that, then everything that's connected to you is gonna, grow too. You see how that works? But if you are trying to hide stuff and cover it up and all this, trying to act like you are all right when you really not, but you trying to act as if you are, it's never, that ain't all right. That's not all right. All it's going to do is make things worse as it go along. As you go along, things are going to get worse. I'm here to tell you. You got to address those things. You got to address those issues and do the work. Do some work so that you can change. And that's why I'm here. I got an ebook getting ready to come out. The ebook is going to be really good. And I hope that some of you take it and make it work for you. I know you've heard the saying, it'll work if you work it. That's true. That is so true. It will work if you work it. Huh? But you have to work it. You can't sit back and think that, you know, you cannot sit back and think that everything is just going to happen for you. No, that's not how that works. You got to put work into it. You got to put some work into yourself so that you can change and become a better you. That's the only way it's going to happen. I feel so good about me today. I thank the Most High Yah for bringing me to where He has brought me to. I thank Him. I thank Him all the time. I am a recovering addict. And I've been clean over 20 years. It's just a beautiful thing, y'all. But I still break it down and say one day at a time. Because one slip up and all that don't mean nothing. It'll be gone down the drain. Gone down the drain. You hear me? But I am so glad that I have gotten to a place where I love me. You hear me? I come up here, you see I come up here with my little twist in my head and stuff. In my naturalness. I'm comfortable with me. I don't have to come up here with my face beat and my hair got to be a certain way and all that. I ain't got to do all that. I am comfortable with me. And that's all that matter. We get too caught up into shit that don't matter. You see what I'm saying? We do. We get too caught up into stuff that do not matter. Right? And that's what I'm saying. You got to start doing some reflecting and finding out what's going on with you. That you can't live in your naturalness. And you know what I'm saying? Because some people don't even want to be seen if they ain't got their face beat and their hair don't look a certain way. And they ain't got the nails done and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong. It's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with doing that. But you should also be able to embrace yourself in your naturalness too. You should be able to be comfortable in your own skin without all that. And some people can't. Some people are so stuck on covering themselves up with the makeup and the hair, and stuff like that. It's just I don't understand it. I see so many people who do not embrace their naturalness, the way God made you. And you don't think that's a problem that you can't embrace the way God made you? And of course, people make excuses. They make excuses for it. Oh, I just like makeup sometimes. It's not that serious. I just like makeup and hair sometimes. You like it so much that you don't never go without it. People like it so much they don't never go without it. I wonder why. I wonder why. And some people get upset when I say that. But it's the truth. Think about it. God put you in this world looking a certain way. And then you get into this world and you start wearing makeup, you start wearing hair, you know, and you never embrace your naturalness. You never embrace your naturalness. I know people that wore makeup so much, they felt like they didn't look right without it. They started saying, I don't know, I just wear it because I like it. I just don't think I look right without it. What? What? Are you serious? And some of you think that that's not a problem. Y'all say that, and you act like that's not an issue. It is an issue. Anytime you can't embrace your naturalness, that's a problem. That's a problem. That you need to dig deeper and find out what's going on. There's something deeper going on. But, hey, I can't make you do it. You got to want to do it. You got to want to do it. I'm not here to try to make nobody do nothing. I can't make anybody do nothing. All I do is I talk about issues that where I done been at. The experiences that I had and what I did to get to where I'm at today. I know that if you do reflecting on yourself and start making changes, like set a couple of goals and start making some changes, it works if you're willing to work it. You have to put yourself into it and be willing to do the things that you need to do so that you can change to be a better person. You know, I just don't understand. I just don't get it sometimes. I don't. It's a beautiful thing, though, to feel so good about yourself that, you know, I could come up here with my hair standing on my head. I sure could. I don't care about what you think about me. It's not about what you think. It's about how I feel about me. That's what it's about. I don't care what you think about me. I really don't. But, and I'm using that for examples because some of y'all do. Some of y'all cannot go without that makeup. And I think it's sad because we got beautiful skin. We have beautiful skin. We are beautiful people. You know what's crazy to me? So many people want to be like us, but we trying to be like other people instead of just being ourselves. And that's because you're lacking self-love. That's why this is going on. That's why this is going on, good people, because you're lacking self-love. And I'm telling you, self-love hit in so many ways in your life. It do. It really, really do. Some of y'all just don't understand. Right? Some of y'all think that because you got your face done, your hair done, and you got your clothes, you got your nice clothes on, that you loving yourself. That's a lie. That's a lie. Can you put on a shirt and a pair of sweatpants, no makeup, just leave your hair, you know? I mean, you can do your hair, but you know what I'm saying. And just, you know, just be in your naturalness. Can you really do that and don't feel uncomfortable? I know quite a few people that can't do it. It makes them very uncomfortable to be without makeup. I just don't get it. I don't get it. You didn't come in the world with makeup. I know I didn't. When I came in this world, I didn't have on no makeup. We got to start tapping into ourselves, y'all. We really do. And make change. Start making changes. So that we can do better and be better. That's why, listen, and I hate, let me see how I can say this. I be trying to keep it cute, but I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm always tell you the truth. But I be trying to keep it cute a little bit, you know. But I'm going to tell you the truth. But that's why some of us go through some of the issues that we go through, right? Like looking for validation from other people, you know, accepting BS from other people. People being you know, always trying to be around other people. They don't talk to you right. They don't really like you for real, but you still want to be around. You still want to be around these people, but they don't like you. And every chance they get, they talking about you. But you're still trying to sit at the table with them. For what? What? For what? What do you want to sit at a table with some people that don't like you for? What is your point and what are you trying to prove by trying to sit at a table with people who don't like you? I don't get it. That's because you're lacking self-love. You're lacking self-love. And some people don't want to believe that, but it's the truth. It's the truth. When you really love yourself, genuinely love yourself, unconditionally love yourself, you're not going to put up with all that shit. You're not going to be trying to sit at a table with people who don't like you. Like you're trying to prove a point. You're going to get up and get the hell away from them. That's what you're going to do. You're going to get up and get the hell away from them. You ain't going to sit there trying to, trying to make it seem like, these people don't like you because they make it known. And the way they treat you, that they let you know they don't like you. Okay? But you still trying to sit at that damn table trying to prove some type of point. I don't know what you're trying to prove, but you're trying to prove something because you're still there. You're still there. That's a lack of self-love, y'all. Whether you like it or not, you're lacking self-love. That's why you're still sitting at that same table with those same people who don't like you. And some of you do it a lot. You do it a lot. Trying to get their approval. Trying to get validation from them. Why are you trying to get validation from somebody who doesn't like you? Please make it make sense. Because you're lacking self-love. You don't love yourself enough to say, the heck with y'all. You ain't got to like me. I'm out of here. Yeah, some of you are lacking that self-love because when you love yourself, you ain't going to put up with shit like that. You're not going to put up with that. You're not going to put up with the boyfriend trying to put hands on you or the girlfriend trying to put hands on you. You ain't going to put up with all that stuff. You're going to get up out of there with the quickness. But some of you won't do it. You won't do it. And I'm going to tell you something else that's going on. There's something deep-rooted. There's something deep-rooted in you that's going on. Maybe it may be your childhood traumas. Something that happened in your childhood that's got you feeling, the way you feel. Or maybe something, Maybe you had a bad relationship when you was a teenager or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but something's wrong when you trying to fit in somewhere where you don't fit. It's something wrong with you. And you got to figure that out. It's not up to me to figure it out for you. Only you can figure it out. And what you have to do is you have to open up to you. Get your pencil, piece of paper. Go back to your childhood and start writing down things that happened to you. Everything that you can remember. Go back and write it down. I guarantee you that you're going to pick out, if not everything, you're going to at least pick out 4 to 5 things that happened to you. Is the reason why you're like you are today. Oh yeah, you're going to pick out quite a few things. And you'll probably sit there and cry. Once you start writing it down, you'll probably break down and cry. This thing is deep, y'all. This thing is deep. And if you've never been through it, you're not going to understand it. But lacking self-love, it runs so deep. It really runs deep. The reason why so many of my people are the way they are. Yeah. That's why so many of my people are the way they are. Because they're lacking self-love. It's not there. And it's not there because things has happened to them that's done traumatized them. And they haven't gotten help with it. They have not healed from it. Okay? And then, say something happened in your childhood that traumatized you. Okay? But then when you get up here into your adulthood, you still ain't did nothing about that trauma that happened to you in your childhood. You ain't did nothing about that yet. It's just there. You're just carrying it around. You're trying to forget about it. It ain't going nowhere. You're not going to forget. I can help you with that too. You ain't going to forget. It's just going to sit there. But the minute that something happens, right? The minute that something happens with you that triggers that trauma in you, it's coming out. It's going to come out. Okay? But imagine that happened in your childhood. You haven't done nothing about that. But now you're grown. Now you're 18, between 18 and 25, right? You done been into an abusive relationship, okay? Say you went out there and you started getting high off drugs, okay? So now you got this from your childhood, and now between 18 and 25, you done been in a abusive relationship, right? And now, let's move on a little bit more. Now from 25 to 30, you've been getting high and drinking and all that. Because you're trying to sedate yourself from feeling that domestic violence and then whatever happened in your childhood. Come on, work with me, somebody. I know you understand me. I know you feel me. If you don't feel where I'm coming from, it's because you don't want to feel where I'm coming from. Come on now. I know somebody feel me. So now you're dealing with all that. You got all that piled up on top of each other. Just sitting there. It's just sitting on your inner self. It's just sitting in there. Right? And then, okay, so now you in between what, 25 and 30? And you're still getting drinking and all that stuff, right? But now, hey, here go that relationship. You done found another relationship, right? And now he come in the door. He's all right for a minute, but then he start putting hands on you too. So now all this stuff done piled up on top of each other, right? And you ain't did nothing about it. And now you 30 years old. You still got all this stuff piled up that you ain't did nothing about. You ain't had no therapy or nothing. Right? And every time something happened to you, It triggers all that. All that wake up. It all wake up. It all wakes up. You see what I'm saying? It all wakes up. You have to heal, people. You have to heal. You have to heal. You cannot keep carrying around these things and don't do nothing about it, because it's just going to get worse. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. I'm here to tell you. I ain't going to tell you nothing but the truth. I've been there. I ain't going to tell you nothing but the truth. If you don't do something about that stuff, all it do is pile up. And then as you keep moving along, that stuff you get triggered. Right? Like like I said, between 25 and 30, you get in another relationship, right? Now all that stuff you done been through, when you get in this relationship down here between 25 and 30, guess what? He gonna trigger everything that's in you. From your childhood all the way up to where you at now. He's gonna trigger it. Because he's just like that other guy, and that other guy, and that other guy that you dealt with. He wants to put hands on you. He wants to disrespect you. So he going to trigger all that you carrying with you. He going to trigger that shit. He know what to do. Because he just like all the rest of them that you was with. See, because you ain't going to get nothing different, because you're not going to get nothing different because, you all right, baby? You're not going to get nothing different because you haven't healed. You have not healed. You have not made any changes. So you're not going to get nothing different. You're going to keep on getting what you get because that's all you know. That's all you know. And that's all you want. If a good man or a good woman come, you can't keep them. You ain't going to keep them because you're not ready. You're not ready. You're damaged. You're broken. You're not ready. You're lacking self-love. You have to heal. You have to heal. You have to heal. Nothing is going to go right for you until you heal from the trauma, the generational curses. Oh man, I could go on. One thing about me, if you hang around long enough, is that I'm going to tell you the truth. You might not like it, but one thing about me is that if I can't give you the truth, then it's no point in me talking to you. It's no need me talking to you. Because if I can't give you the truth, I can't help you. I can't help you if I can't tell you the truth. You've got to tell yourself the truth. Okay? You got to tell yourself the truth in order for you to grow and change and become a better you. You've got to tell yourself the truth. You can't sugarcoat it. Right? Like you know you've been a fucked up person. Prime example. You know you've been a fucked up person, right? But then you're going to take, and when they say, well, what kind of person are you? Well, I'm a pretty decent person. I'm nice to people when I feel like it, No, I don't know. I know you're a fucked up person. Just like you know you're a fucked up person. That's what you got to tell yourself. I'm a fucked up person. I got work I need to do. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. You got to tell yourself the truth. You got to tell yourself the truth. Or if you can't tell yourself the truth, I'll tell you the truth. Because if you don't deal with facts and you go in it trying to cover up, right, who you really are, it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. You're wasting your time. It's not going to work. You have to open up and be truthful with yourself about yourself. Real talk. And if you're not ready for that, then it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Because let me tell you something. Once you start telling yourself the truth and all that shit start coming out, yeah, you're probably going to be angry a little bit. You're going to cry a little bit. You're probably going to get sad a little bit. You're going to have mixed emotions. Because you letting all that out. All that stuff you've been crying around for years. You letting it all out. It's unwinding now. And you starting to let it out. Excuse me. And you starting to let all that stuff out that happened from childhood all the way up until you're 30. You letting all of it out. So you're going to have some mixed emotions going on. I can tell you because I've been there. When I opened up and I started talking about me, being out there, I was out there using, then I went to being homeless, and oh my goodness. You know? And let me tell you, I was lost in the sauce because I had never been homeless. I had never been homeless. And that really, really messed me up, okay? It really did. Because I just didn't, you know, I don't know, y'all. That's something that really messed me up. But all praise to the Most High. I'm not there today, you know? And I'm not on drugs today. I was a heroin user. That's not where I'm at today, though. All praises to the Most High. I'm telling you. But you do. You have to be open and truthful about you, with you. And it's not easy. Let me tell you something that you got to do. You know how people sit around, they gossip, and they can talk about everybody. They can talk about every damn body. Am I lying? Y'all know I ain't lying. They can talk about everybody, right? But when you ask them something about their self, what they do? They shut down. They ain't got a whole lot of rap when you start asking them about their self. They don't have that same energy. But they can sit up there and talk about me, you, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your aunt, and your uncle. They can talk about your whole damn family. But when you say something to them about their self, conversation is over. What they gonna want to know from you is, what you need to know that? Why you ask me that? That's what they gonna say. Why you ask me? What you ask me that for? See, that's another thing for me. Is when I see people gossiping and they got so much to say about everybody else, that let me know right there that these people got issues. These people got some issues that they need to work on. Because they can talk about everybody else, but they won't talk about their own shit. I got a problem with that. When people can talk about everybody else, but they won't talk about their own shit. I can talk about my own shit. I don't need you to tell nobody nothing about me. I can talk about my own shit. I can tell my own story. I don't need you to say nothing about me. Know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it. And that's what you got to do. You got to start doing some reflecting and work on yourself and start learning. Even if you got to take your phone and record yourself telling yourself the truth about yourself. You will be surprised of how that will help you. And then play it back. And I'm telling you, if you ain't crying or upset or hurt, or you know what I mean? If you ain't having mixed emotions, you ain't going deep enough. You ain't pulling out that stuff that you need to pull out. You just pulling out surface stuff. You feel what I'm saying? You got to go deep down in there. Deep rooted. And pull all that shit out. I'm talking about from childhood on up. However far back you can remember. You need to bring it up out of there. Bring it all up out of there. That's the only way you're going to help yourself. Strip yourself down. Strip yourself down. I mean, get butt naked. And when I say get butt naked, I'm not talking about literally, right? But I'm talking about, you know, go deep down in yourself. Go as far back as you can remember, and bring it all up. Bring it all up. Don't even skip nothing. Just bring it all up. And I guarantee you, you're going to be crying. You're going to have some mixed emotions. Your emotions going to be all over the place when you first do it. But guess what? It's a sign of growth. It's a sign of growth, good people. It's okay. It's okay to be crying and stuff. It's a sign of growth. And that's what you need. That's what a lot of us need. We need to grow. We need to grow. Because listen, sometimes I think about my people and I cry. No bullshit, y'all. I do. I cry, I get emotional. Because we are jacked up, man. When I be looking at some of this shit that we be doing, and some of my people be doing, we jacked up as a people. Like, seriously, we got to get better, y'all. We got to get better. Like, seriously, I know we can do better. We good people. We are good people. And I know we can do better. I know we can. We just got to do it. You know, this internet shit, for real, I feel like the internet done jacked a lot of people up. I really do. I do feel like that. Because now people don't want to come outside. People don't want to deal with each other. It's about texting, and getting on the computer. That's it and that's all. That's it and that's all. We got to do better. How long have I been on here? I'm good to get off of here. Almost an hour. I ain't even staying with this long. But anyway, I hope I said some things that helped you. I will be back on here tomorrow at 4. I'm gonna try to do it at 4 o'clock. Okay? And we're gonna get into some more stuff. Some deep stuff. This is the stuff that we really need to be talking about. All that shit about what somebody done, what. This is my thing, y'all. And then I'm gone. This is my thing. How does this shit help us? Like some of the stuff that everybody's talking about. I be listening, I be looking at and listening. I be like, well, how is that going to help us as a people? What is that going to do for us as a people? I just don't understand it. I don't. Because, hey, we got bigger fish to fry. Because it bothers me that we can't come together, right? So that we can help one another. Because that's what we should be doing right now, is trying to come together. Like, not on no damn computer, not on texting and stuff. We need to have a big, some type of gathering or something, right? And we need to come together so that we can, figure some shit out and learn how to come together to help one another. Like, for real, But I feel like if you start working on yourself first, then if you start working on yourself, then once you start working on yourself, it will make you transform into being able to work with other people. You understand? Because that's a problem too, all by itself. That's a whole nother story right there. We'll talk about that the more. Where some of us cannot come together with each other. And I'm going to tell you why. Excuse me, y'all. I'm going to tell you why. We can't come together with each other because y'all ain't going to want to hear what I'm going to say. Because you're lacking self-love. You're lacking it. I told y'all this thing go deep. You're lacking self-love. And what's happening is that by you lacking self-love, it keeps you from being able to work with each other. It's like it's a wall up. Okay? And you're not even trying really to go over that wall or get around it. You really don't want to. You rather, once you get to that wall, you rather go ahead and turn around and go on about your business. But that's a problem. That is a problem. Because once you learn how to love you, then you can love other people. I hope that makes sense. You've got to learn how to love yourself so that you can start loving others. Because it's sad that some of us can't even love people who look like that look like you. You can't even embrace other people who look like you. That's crazy. That is so crazy to me. And it should bother you that you can't embrace your own brothers and sisters and love and show them love, genuine love, authentic love. It should bother you. It really should. If it don't, I don't know what's wrong with you. But it should bother you. You know, how many of y'all can be good to people just because? Not looking for nothing in return. Just being good to people. I wonder how many of you can actually do that. You know? Because I see a lot of people that can't do it. They can't fucking do it. And that's bad. That's why we have such a problem being good to each other. My peoples, that's why we jacked up. We're lacking self-love. It sounds simple, but as I keep talking about it, you're going to see where it's not simple. That it's really, really it's a deep situation. Self-development is not something that you work on a couple days and then throw it up in the air. It's a journey, y'all. It's a journey when it comes to self-development because there's so much to it. It's so much to it. But it can be done if you put the work in. If you put the work in, it can be done. Change can happen. But on that note, I love y'all. I'm going to try to be on here tomorrow at 4 o'clock. I'm going to try to be more consistent on here, you know. Because YouTube kind of get on my nerves. Because they be like, you post 1 minute and you get views. Then you'll post again, then you don't get no views. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy how they be doing. It really is crazy, but I'm gonna try to be more, consistent. But also, you can follow me on Fanbase too. For those of you that's over there or that know about it, you can also follow me on Fanbase. And I'm on TikTok and stuff. I'm really trying to push my Fanbase page because I really like it over there. Because you can kind of, you know, really get into how you feel and talk about it. And you don't have to worry about nobody trying to click you off or shut you off or nothing like that. So yeah. But I love you guys, and as always, don't forget to repent and pray because you never know when it's your last day. I will holler at y'all on the next one. And please like the video, share the video. You know, if it didn't help you and you think it might help somebody else, share it out. You know. I appreciate it. Leave comments. I like reading comments, so please leave me some comments. But yeah, y'all be good out there. Try to take care of yourself and stay safe.